My new vetting process for if I want to date a man, first date question I'm always going to be asking him is, do you think that Lindsay Clancy should go to jail for what she did? And if that man says yes, I'm getting up and walking out right then and there. I cannot spend the rest of my life with someone who thinks that that woman is guilty and deserves jail.
I think I can speak for most men when I say, please do this, because you will be helping them dodge a massive bullet. Because I guarantee that most men don't want to risk spending the rest of their lives with someone who thinks that a mother who brutally took the lives of her 3 children should walk free. He's not going to want to spend the rest of his life with somebody who thinks that a woman can harm her children and then claim mental health and get away with it. He's not going to want to have a family with somebody who thinks that if a woman does harm her children, she's the victim. He's not going to want to risk being with somebody who, if they do something heinous, it's still going to be his fault. So please, start your dates this way. You'll be doing him a favor.
I don't consider myself to be a particularly ethical person, but I am fair.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for being here for another one of my videos. I wasn't going to do this video. I was struggling to decide but the topic today is Lindsay Clancy. When I look back at when this happened, I don't know why it wasn't coverage at that time. This happened back in February with the court case. It's only now that it's really starting to heat up. And amazingly, despite the fact has been said she did delete her 3 children. There has been, and I believe this is an agenda in a way, because why was it not such a big thing months ago? Why is it such a big thing now? Women in droves are supporting her. Now, I'm going to read some because I already heard bits and pieces of it. It was touching my soul to wonder, why are a large amount of women supporting this woman of saying that she does not deserve jail time? I'm going to read something because I'm trying to understand why. It has to be a reason why the woman is supporting this woman. Lindsay Clancy is a Massachusetts mother on trial for the January 2023, I'm not sure if I can say this, deletion of her 3 young children. And many women are supporting her because her defense argues she suffered from severe postpartum psychosis driven by a medical system that failed to treat her. Now, that could be true. While my heart always goes out to people that are struggling with mental health and going through things in their life, because I've struggled with things. I never had a inclination to hurt other people. I more had it maybe to hurt myself and maybe self-deletion. And that's usually when I could not handle losing someone. So as a man, especially as a woman too, you should never let someone make you feel like your life revolves around them that much that you might want to do harm to yourself. But however, when you harm other people, the only time sometime I can understand this a little bit is if a person was being bullied. But to harm innocent children, even if they're driving you up the wall. Because I had a daughter and she had colic, and I have to admit that was rough. But however, I never had that. And of course, I'm not a woman. I'm pretty sure my ex-wife was struggling to a degree as well, and I never knew about postpartum. And of course, her thing was probably just going out. Even after I worked and I came home and I was tired, she was geared up, ready to go out. I understand she needed air, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm reading something here. The story and the crime. The family. Lindsay Clancy was a 35-year-old labor and delivery nurse living in Duxbury, Massachusetts, where her husband, Patrick, and their 3 kids. The victims. Their 3 children were 5-year-old Cora, that's with a C, 3-year-old Dawson, and an 8-month-old baby Kellyanne. Oh my gosh. The incident on January 24th, 2023, Lindsay sent her husband out to pick up medicine and dinner. During that short time, I don't think I can say this, she deleted the children using exercise bands. The aftermath. She then did harm to herself by cutting her own neck and wrist and jumped out a second-story floor window in an attempt to delete herself. She survived the fall, but the injuries left her paralyzed from the waist down. Oh, so that's why she's in a wheelchair. Okay, I didn't know. I wanted to know this full thing because, again, I wonder why women are supporting her. And I believe this is a divisive story to divide the genders again. And I also think it's a political thing because I believe most of her advocates are probably of the Liberal Party. Well, the Democrats, but I'm pretty sure they are liberals. But I did not know her intention was to delete herself as well. But see, now this is the thing. And this is why people need to reach out. People always say that men do not open up and reach out for help. Of course, I do have a short clip of her psychiatrist.
Can you just read this paragraph here for us?
No sleep last night. Falls asleep after 40 minutes. Heart racing, severe anxiety. Worrying about kids, baby, sleep. Yawns but not drowsy. Not hyper, pressured speech.
What was that? Not hyper what?
Not hyper, not pressured speech is what I meant. I know it doesn't say not, but that is exactly what I meant.
Wait, when did you see this that you noticed that it did not say not?
I don't care what it says. I know what I meant.
But she had a psychiatrist. So they're saying her psychiatrist failed her. Yeah, her psychiatrist probably did fail her because if she saw that something was wrong with her, she should have definitely got those kids away from her and had her put in a psychiatric thing.
Well, when you wrote this, you did not say not pressured speech. You said in the medical record, pressured speech, right?
No.
Does it say that?
Yeah, the word is the word not is right before not hyper, comma, pressured speech.
Right,
The two
so
are following the
mean
not.
to you? When you put down in a medical record, heart racing, comma, severe anxiety, comma, worried about kids, comma, baby, comma, sleep, comma, yawns but not drowsy, period. Not hyper, comma, pressured speech. That's what you wrote, right?
She did not have
Did
pressured
you write
speech.
that, doctor?
I wrote that, but you're misinterpreting my note.
Am I reading this correctly, and the jury will be able to look at it, that you put not hyper, comma, pressured speech? Did I read that right?
Yes, but your interpretation is incorrect.
As opposed to yours?
The rallying support. Hundreds of supporters, many of them mothers wearing pink, have gathered outside the courthouse. Many of these women relate to the extreme isolation, exhaustion, and lack of mental health care that new mothers face in the United States. They view Lindsay as a severely ill patient who begged for medical help before the tragedy rather than a cold-blooded criminal. You can learn about the public division from the New York Times. Okay, I did not know this was going on. I usually can understand a person's point of view, but still, I draw a line when you hurt innocent people or children. And I did a video about that man that he had stabbed that Ukraine girl on the bus. And of course, he was black. They say he had mental health issues, but he was locked up numerous times. They never put him away or got him the help that he needed. Now, the same way in that case right there, I did not have too much sympathy for him because I had something happen in my life that a person that was mentally ill, that people knew that he was mentally ill, they let him, I'm not saying they didn't try to get help for him. And of course, I can blame quite a few people because the mental health people did not put him away. They did not do that until he hurt someone. So, and of course, he got put up in the psychiatric thing. Now, I know a lot of people are saying for this woman to face jail time. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to address that later. Let me finish what I'm reading here. The prosecution's case, the counter argument. Prosecutors argue that Lindsay acted intentionally, rationally, and methodically. Now, it's possible that that's not the case. Obviously, something was wrong and she took the kids out. Thing is, though, that cannot be her convenient excuse. Okay? And not saying it's an excuse, but I'm just saying, if you're self-harming yourself and you're having mental issues, I can't have too much sympathy for you if you do not, and I know she sought to seek help, but she should have checked herself in somewhere then, if that was available. Again, the psychiatrist, I'm pretty sure she played a part in this, and that's the thing, when any of these things happen, even the husband and so forth, you know that something's wrong with the person. If you're around the person, you know something is wrong. Now, maybe you think that they won't do something that you would not think that they would do, but I'm pretty sure there were signs. The setup. They point out that she deliberately sent her husband away from the house before the deletions. Yes, that's true. And again, obviously he should have saw that something was amiss with what was going on. Disputing psychosis. State medical experts testified that while she suffered from severe depression and anxiety, she did not experience acute psychosis or a loss of reality that prevented her from knowing right from wrong. Okay, yeah, I gotta agree with that. And of course, on this day now, reading, if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or thoughts of deletion, deleting themselves or hurting other people, they did not put that part. Free and confidential help is available 24/7 by calling or texting 988 in the United States and Canada. Wow, after reading that, okay, now I understand why a lot of women are supporting her. But this is the thing that I notice. The differences between the liberals and the conservatives. The conservatives are more accountability based. They don't give a fuck about your feelings once you did something wrong, especially with the minorities. Now, I do think with the majority, when you have white conservatives, sometimes they can be leaning on, white conservatives can be a little bit more on that racial side from what I've seen. Not all of them, I'm just saying from what I've seen in some cases, yes, they can be. Now, I do see with minorities, even LGBTQ, when they are on the side of the conservative side, they hold their own accountable. That's the one thing that I do like about the conservatives, especially on the black, or the minorities and the LGBT side. They hold their own accountable. On the liberal side, which is good that y'all are accepting of everyone and peace and love and let everybody live their life, okay, fine. Y'all don't hold each other accountable. And there's always an excuse, whether it's mental health, the same way with that guy that took and stabbed that Ukraine girl on that train. And yes, I know there are things that has happened whereas it was reversed, that it was black girls that could have happened to. Of course, though, that story did not blow up. So focusing on the stories that have blown up. But with the guy that had did that to the Ukraine girl. Remember, I am independent, but me leaning more toward the accountability side, whether you black, white, Asian, I don't care what you are, but definitely, even if you look like me, I feel somewhat like, hey, you making us all look bad by fucking up the way that you are doing it or something. Not to say that I did it, but the fact that I have to deal with extra stuff because you are fucking it up in so many words. So I don't want to hear an excuse that the person had mental health and all that other stuff. Especially when it was multiple times that the person should have got help or got put away or whatever. It's like basically everybody passed the buck until somebody got deleted, and then the person is put away. So in the case of this woman, yes, I believe that the system failed her. Her psychiatrist failed her, unfortunately. But what do we do now? Now, I will say that, okay, maybe she does not deserve being put in jail, but she definitely needs to be put in a psychiatric center. Maybe she needs to be in there for a long time. A long time. She needs to be put somewhere. She cannot be set free after what she did. Now, the fact that she's paralyzed, yes, okay, I get that particular thing. And do they even lock people up in regular jail that's in a wheelchair? I don't think they do. At least I don't know too many people that's in the wheelchair that's in regular jail. Just the fact that she's in a wheelchair, she obviously had to have something wrong upstairs. That's not an excuse, but I do agree that probably not jail, but she should go to psychiatric and get some help in that type of way. And she should be put there for a long time. And everybody and hopefully we learn lessons from this particular thing. If you notice a woman that is not doing well with the pregnancy, well, after the pregnancy, the kids, and with life in general or something, then she needs to get checked in some way. The same way people get checked in for having drug habits, especially when you see signs. And it had to been signs. I usually don't think someone displays real outright violent behavior out of the blue. Now, it's possible, but usually when I see someone snap, usually it's signs of them, whether they're acting weird, talking to themselves, punching the box, punching the wall, they have a hot temper. It is things that happen before it gets to that point. If you know someone that has mental issues, please get them some help. Do not look the other way. Don't think it will magically get better. And that includes even if you are an outsider. Don't look at it as like a lot of men will look at something as, okay, well, it's none of our business and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe it is none of your business, but if there's kids involved, something's going on funny, then definitely report it. And maybe nothing will happen from it, but at least if you report it, you clear your conscience that you at least did your part. And that's probably the thing. Not enough people got involved before it got to this point. Yeah, I feel sad for the kids. I can't really feel sorry for her. Oh, so if you agree, disagree, please comment below. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.
I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too?
Pendo made it.
I still wanna run to you.